Hello everyone, welcome back to another Rodriguez Gaming video, and today we are doing a War Thunder tutorial video. My friend requested that I make this, and we're going over US Reserve aircraft. These aircraft are relatively good, with a 7.62 Browning and a 12.7 Browning, which you can see right here. We have the two individual guns. Right here we have the 7.62, and right here we have, no, what? Let me check this again. I know this has a 12. Let's go into mods. Oh, I know one of them has a 12. I'm not sure which one it is, but okay, it's this one. This one has a 12, which is actually really good. And I have all the modifications uninstalled to make this as close to possible as opening it for the first time. These reserve aircraft also have something nice: two 100-pound presents to give to your enemies. Alright, let's go ahead and unequip those. Those are useless and they cause drag. We also have this, which is your first priority, the Douglas TBD Dominator. And then this, which you can research right after, the PBY Catalina. This is the sea-based model. And now we're gonna go ahead and go into battle. I was really having a hard time finding out what I wanted to do for this video. And yeah, my friend's idea popped up in my mind, so now I'm gonna do this. So shout out to you. Alright, so the reason I haven't posted on like Friday and Saturday, my mom just came home from Brazil, so I'm sort of taking care of her, but now I have this free time, so I'm going to do this. And now it looks like, yeah, Britain ground strike. So I might equip the bombs for this one, but right now we're going for the P-26A-33. So this is one of the two that you'll see. That P-26B, it's a hidden one, and you actually have to go into select crew to find it. So now what we're going to do is climb higher. That's always what you want to do with airplane. Then spot your victim. This has twin 7.7s. So we're going for the British Lebanon. Or, you know what? I'm going for the British Fury. That's a reserve biplane. And yeah, let's go for that. So that's quite a bit away, and you know what? I'm diverting to this one. It's only 1.6 kilometers away. And look, we're already getting fired upon. You never want to turn in this plane. This plane is incredibly slow. And as you saw, I just got my wings cut off for that. So let's see jet. Alright, now that plane is... Now, what I like to do when I find out who shot me down, I always like to go for that vehicle. But now I'm going to take on two 100-pound gifts to give to the Germans. And I'm going to utilize this as a ground attacker. So what we gotta do is we got to choose what target we want. I think I'm going to go for... Was I just shot at? I think I was just shot at. So this is the model with the 12.7. And it's not quick firing because I installed that modification. Now let's use our afterburners to, well, they're not really afterburners, if you know what an afterburner actually is. It reignites the exhaust of a jet engine. But now, fighters in early battles actually have two purposes. You can use them as ground attack aircraft, either utilizing their suspended armament, like I am right now, or gunning targets down, and I just crashed. Whoop-de-doo. Alright. Now we're just going to get another one with bombs. I think I didn't drop that one. So this is basically utilizing for early fighters. So as you see, this has a sluggish turn radius. Look at how wide that turn is, especially with the bombs, which cause lots of parasite drag. And also, if you hold O, look at that, you can see an X-ray of the plane. And then if you hold period, you see what's on your 6. And yeah, another thing, if you press C, hold C, and then if you have a mouse, you probably can do it better, but I'm just using my integrated one, my mouse pad. You just put your camera wherever you want, and there you go. So now we're actually going to start our dive attack. And yeah, alright. So as I said before, you can either gun your opponents down or drop your suspended armament. And not every reserve aircraft has suspended armament. We're just lucky with the P-26P shooter. And wow, that was just a hit. But things like the Ki-10 from my Japan video don't have suspended armament. Oh, shoot. Crashed with the Gladiator. Right. Well, that gives us time to go with our Dominator. This one, I'm going to go with the default, which is 12 100-pound bombs. And I'm going to do the tactic that every early bomber does. Because you don't have bomber targets, like in my other US videos, you see those giant red targets. You normally want to drop your payload on that, but since we don't have those, you're going to have to dive bomb. But since this wasn't made to dive bomb, we have to utilize our landing flaps. So, each aircraft, not every, has flaps. Those are utilized with either F, which sets your flaps to combat with gear raised. With gear down, it sets your flaps to landing, as you see right there. Or you can use these brackets. The right bracket makes flaps go down, left makes flaps go up. So when you start your dive, you want to cut your throttle to around 30%. 29 is good enough. Then you want to go combat flaps. Another 100 meters, takeoff flaps. Another 100 meters, landing flaps. The flaps allow you to have more lift and slow your aircraft down so you don't crash. Now drop your bomb, and then pull up. There we go, target destroyed. Now we have another option. You have to cut our throttle. And you can use the single 12.7 that you get on the Dominator to gun down ground targets. And as you see, we have a 7.7 in our rear that is meant to protect us, but my gunner's not doing so good. So what we're going to do now, halt flaps, and as you see, my plane has damage. So when I press L, you see that damage. Now we gotta head around, make a swift turn, put out combat flaps to keep our turning radius low. You know what? Cut throttle. I'm heading back to base. As you see, our gunner, he isn't the brightest mind. And now we have allied fighters to help us. As you see, that one biplane that just flew by. Now that we're low and